Why are online forums suddenly claiming the Sussex story is entering its most explosive chapter yet? Over the past few weeks, a wave of viral threads, anonymous insider drops, and dramatic breakdown videos have flooded social media, all pointing to one idea: that something major is unfolding behind closed doors between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. None of it has been officially confirmed. No court documents, no verified statements. And yet, the intensity of the speculation has reached a level we haven't seen since 2020. So today, we're not repeating gossip, we're dissecting it. Because sometimes, the most revealing story isn't what's happening, it's why people believe it is. It started with whispers of a so-called private custody framework, a structured agreement that internet sleuths claim already exists. According to viral posts, the arrangement supposedly outlines visitation schedules, travel restrictions, and financial splits. But here's the key detail: no credible outlet has verified any of it. There are no court filings, no public records, no official acknowledgement. Yet the rumor spread like wildfire. Why? Because custody narratives trigger emotion. They create sides. They frame one parent as strategic and the other as vulnerable. In high-profile relationships, especially ones already wrapped in controversy, audiences instinctively assume a quiet legal battle must be happening. And once that assumption takes hold, every unrelated headline starts to look like evidence. But that wasn't the only narrative catching fire. Almost simultaneously, a second theory gained momentum: that financial strain is quietly reshaping everything. After Spotify ended its partnership and questions surfaced about future streaming output, speculation intensified that the Sussex brand might be under pressure. Commentators began pointing to lifestyle costs, security expenses, and the long-term sustainability of media deals. Again, there's no verified financial collapse. But the fall of an empire storyline is irresistible to the internet. Audiences love dramatic reversals, especially when fame and royalty are involved. The contrast between Montecito luxury and rumored belt-tightening fuels endless debate. And when people start believing money is tightening, they begin looking for drastic next moves. That's when the geography rumors entered the chat. Out of nowhere, online chatter began linking the Sussex name to Qatar and broader Middle East expansion strategies. Some threads claimed brand relocation plans. Others hinted at investment partnerships. A few even suggested strategic positioning beyond the United States. To be clear, there is no verified evidence of a relocation plan. But here's why this rumor gained traction. Global celebrities frequently expand into international markets, especially regions investing heavily in media and entertainment. So when people noticed increased discussions about global branding, they connected dots that may not exist. Add in the mystique of sovereign wealth funds and international business, and suddenly a standard brand evolution becomes framed as a dramatic exit strategy. But even that wasn't the most dramatic theory circulating. At the same time, another powerful storyline emerged, one that centers less on the Sussexes and more on the institution itself. Online commentators began arguing that the royal family, led by figures like Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, is playing the long game. The theory suggests that silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Historically, the monarchy has survived scandals by waiting them out. No explosive rebuttals, no public mudslinging, just time. And in the social media era, where celebrity culture thrives on constant reaction, that contrast feels almost calculated. The narrative practically writes itself: modern brand versus ancient institution. Celebrity speed versus royal patience. Whether true or not, it's a compelling frame, and it primes audiences to interpret every quiet move as tactical positioning. Then came the most cinematic rumor of them all: the alleged existence of a detailed internal document outlining future plans. Some online creators gave it dramatic names. Others claim to have metadata breakdowns, but no verifiable document has surfaced through credible investigative channels. So why did so many believe it? Because specificity sells. When a rumor includes dates, page counts, legal terminology, and technical language, it feels authentic. The human brain equates detail with truth. Add screenshots, bold formatting, and confident narration, and suddenly speculation masquerades as investigative reporting. It's a digital age phenomenon. The illusion of paperwork becomes more persuasive than actual paperwork. But that raises a deeper question. Why are audiences so ready to believe the most extreme versions of this story? The answer might have less to do with Harry and Meghan and more to do with us. Public opinion around the Sussex saga has always been split, particularly between the UK and the United States. Supporters see independence and reinvention, critics see instability and overreach. So when dramatic rumors surface, people don't evaluate them neutrally. They filter them through pre-existing beliefs. Confirmation bias takes over. If someone already believes the brand is crumbling, financial collapse rumors feel logical. If someone believes the monarchy is calculating, silence looks strategic. Social media accelerates this process by rewarding outrage and certainty. Calm nuance doesn't trend. Explosive certainty does. Here's where the conversation shifts from rumor to something bigger. Strip away the viral threads and speculative documents, and what you're left with is a deeper clash. Celebrity brand versus thousand-year institution. On one side, you have a modern, media-driven identity, built on visibility, storytelling, and direct audience connection. On the other, you have a system designed to endure, by limiting reaction and preserving mystique. When people online say the palace is playing chess, what they're really describing is structural power. The monarchy doesn't need to trend every week to survive. It operates on continuity. Meanwhile, modern celebrity depends on relevance cycles, partnerships, and public sentiment. That contrast creates tension, and tension fuels speculation. It's not necessarily a custody war people are watching. It's two models of influence colliding in real time. But speculation doesn't explode on its own. It gets amplified. Once a rumor hits social media, it's picked up by commentary channels, then reframed in thumbnails, then repackaged as breaking developments. Headlines become more dramatic with each retelling. A vague theory turns into sources say. A discussion becomes confirmed whispers. And before long, the algorithm does what it always does. It rewards the boldest interpretation. This doesn't mean coordinated deception. It's simply how digital ecosystems function. Strong emotion equals strong engagement. And few topics generate emotion like royal family conflict. Add the global recognition of names like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and the machine practically runs itself. The louder the narrative, the more real it feels. One of the most fascinating dynamics in this entire saga is how silence gets interpreted. In traditional institutions, silence signals restraint. In internet culture, silence signals guilt. When no immediate denial comes, some viewers assume confirmation. When no lawsuit is announced, others assume weakness. But historically, the royal family has often responded to controversy with measured distance, rather than direct confrontation. That approach has survived decades of turbulence. Figures like Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, rarely engage publicly in reactive commentary, which leaves space for interpretation. And in the absence of clarity, speculation fills the vacuum. The irony is that silence, intended to calm storms, can sometimes intensify them in the digital age. Another reason these rumors carry so much weight is because they involve children. Whenever stories pivot toward custodial speculation or relocation theories, emotional stakes skyrocket. Audiences instinctively react to anything that hints at instability around young lives. Even when no evidence supports extreme claims, the mere suggestion is enough to trigger debate. That's why threads about travel restrictions, guardianship structures, or brand positioning involving minors gain traction quickly. But it's important to recognize the pattern. When children are mentioned, nuance often disappears. The conversation becomes moral rather than analytical. And that emotional charge is precisely what keeps viewers clicking, commenting, and choosing sides. Something else worth noting is how dramatically public perception can shift over time. In 2020, many viewed the Sussex departure as bold and necessary. In later years, interviews and media projects reshaped that sentiment in different regions. Polling trends have fluctuated repeatedly, especially between the UK and the United States. That volatility means narratives are never settled. A single documentary, a new interview, or even a prolonged absence can recalibrate opinion. And when audiences sense uncertainty, rumors feel plausible. People assume something must be happening behind the curtain. But often, what's actually happening is far less dramatic than the digital storytelling suggests. There's also a recurring theme in online discourse. The idea that something is about to implode. Financial downfall, legal disaster, institutional retaliation. The language is always urgent. Final chapter, endgame, collapse. But urgency drives engagement. Predicting catastrophe keeps audiences emotionally invested. The truth is, most high-profile conflicts evolve slowly, not explosively. Deals get renegotiated, brands pivot, families adapt privately. Yet the internet thrives on countdown clocks and dramatic turning points. So every rumor feels like the brink of irreversible change, even when real-world developments move at a much steadier pace. So what are we actually witnessing? Not a confirmed custody war, not a verified relocation strategy, not a proven financial implosion. What we're watching is the internet constructing parallel storylines around two globally recognizable figures. In the absence of transparent updates, speculation fills the space. In the presence of historical tension, interpretation accelerates. And in a media landscape built on attention, dramatic narratives travel faster than verified facts. The Sussex story continues to evolve, but much of what feels explosive right now exists in the realm of digital theory rather than documented reality. The real question may not be whether these rumors are true. It may be why we're so ready to believe them. Are we observing a royal conflict? Or are we participating in a crowd-written drama shaped by algorithms and emotion?